All right, in this next chapter, what we'll talk about is working with comments. We'll talk about viewing comments and moderating comments, and we'll talk a little bit about comment spam. And then in just a little while, we'll also talk about adding additional users to your blog as well. So let's get started here. I'm looking at my live blog right now inside my preview tab of my web browser. And by the way, what I did just before I started recording here is I went and threw in some quick comments into the blog just so we'd have something to look at. So you may decide to do the same thing on your side as well, just so you have a few comments, so you have something to look at here. I'm going to scroll down in my blog here, and I can see here working with Color and Flash, that post there. I went and added on 2 comments, and I can see the comments there added just below the post there, just beside the categories and so on. And if I scroll down a little bit further, understanding Flash's drawing models, I added in 1 comment there. I'll scroll down a little bit more here. Creating shapes in Flash, 1 comment. There's no comment for my HTML editor post, remember that one? And same with the first post that you and I created, that welcome to my new blog post. I didn't bother sticking anything in there. But what I did want to mention is the default post that is created for us, this hello world post, comes with a comment. So if you don't have any extra comments inside your blog, you will have at least 1 comment to look at. And let's go and take a quick look at that comment. So I'm going to click on this 1 comment link. And what that does is that takes me into the post and scrolls me down to where the comment is located on the page. And we can see here, Mr. WordPress says, hi, this is a comment. To delete comments, just log in and view the post's comments. There, you will have an option to edit comments or delete them. And of course we have the date and the time, and there's a little edit link there as well if we want to go and edit this comment. And then below that, we have the option to leave a reply ourselves. So that's really kind of the basics there, the fundamentals of viewing your comments. I'm going to head up to the top level of my blog. I'll just hit the back arrow there in my browser. And I'm going to go and show you some of the comments that I went and created myself inside our blog here. So I'll scroll all the way back up to the top. This working with Color and Flash. Remember, I created 2 comments for him. I'm going to go ahead and click on that guy. And I have these 2 comments here. Bob says, this is a fantastic post. Thanks so much. I learned a lot, and I'll be sure to share it with friends and coworkers. There's the date and the time. So not only do we have the name of the person who posted, and people don't have to use their real names. Oftentimes people will use screen names. And then we have some meta information for that comment, and then of course the body of the comment. And then we have the avatar, or what's sometimes called the gravatar for the user. Now the default here is just a blank sort of person there, a blank little icon, because that particular person doesn't have an avatar associated with themselves. And then below that, this is where we get into some comment spam. We have Viagra says, get the best rates on Viagra around. And notice the spelling there, the way that they've typed it in there. This is what spammers are often doing, this sort of stuff. So anyway, we'll talk about moderating these comments in just a moment. But in the meantime, I'm going to scroll down towards the bottom, and we have leave a reply. And right now, I'm logged in as myself, and I could go and log out if I want to, but I'm going to go and leave a comment here. So what I'll do is I'll say, oftentimes what you'll see is people will put an @ symbol and then the person's name. So I'm replying to Bob here. So @Bob, and then sometimes people put a full colon. You don't have to. And I'll say, hi, Bob. Thanks for the great comment. I'm glad you enjoyed. Best wishes, Jeff. Something like that. Okay. There we are. And then below that, I'll click on Submit Comment. Okay, now what happens here is because I happen to have an avatar associated with my account, I get that avatar showing up there. And of course, there's my name and the date and time that I went and created this comment. And of course, there's the comment body there. So at this point, all we're doing is we're just sort of touring around and having a look at the comments on the live side of the blog. But what we should do next is we should take a look at how comments are handled in the WordPress admin interface.